sabato il 4 luglio 2020.
Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to listen to my shit. Hey, how's it going? A year ago, I decided to start learning Italian, and I'm here to share my progress with you. I'll start by explaining why I made that decision. I love languages so much. Every single one offers a different way to communicate and express feelings, emotions, thoughts, etc. So the more languages you know, the more people you can understand, and the more ways you have to express yourself. If you say something in a language and then you try to translate it, it won't come out the same way. You know, sometimes it's just not as precise, or it doesn't reach the same level of intensity. And that's normal because every language is different. But that's what I mean when I say the more languages you know, the more ways you have to express yourself. So if I want to learn a new language, why choose Italian? Well, I think it's a very beautiful language. I really like how it sounds and how certain words are pronounced. Hold up, there's a bit of wind. Ooh. I'm also very interested in the different cultures of the world, and Italians have this respect for food. Like, they have certain ways to cook certain foods, they have an order, they eat their meals in. I love that. That's incredible. There's a lot I would like to learn about them, and I would like to visit Italy someday, you know? It's something I'd like to do. Can you hear me? I'd like that. God, if it happens, I'll be a little prepared. Yeah. I've also noticed it's pretty similar to French, so that has been helping me during the learning process, obviously. So now I'll move on to the tools I've been using. I'm pretty sure you already know what I'm about to say. Duolingo. Everyone, hell, she's like, oof. She's the queen of the moment, I feel like. But I've read so many comments online of people saying it's a waste of time and it doesn't work and, you know, but like I don't see it because it just works for me. So I mean, I guess at this point it's just finding the right tools for you. You know, if an app doesn't work, well, you can choose a different one. And if you can get a real class with a teacher, I feel like that's always best because you can really get your feedback right away and you can ask questions and, you know. But I don't have that. So anyway, I'm obviously using it for the lessons to learn words, spelling, grammar. It's really the theory part of the learning process. Alright, I just want to make it clear that I am aware that Duolingo isn't perfect. There are mistakes that need to be corrected and they keep updating it. It's a nice tool to use because you can use it for free, but it's not my only resource. I bought a little book of short stories, I watch a lot of content, so I'm not only basing myself on that. The two other tools are YouTube and Netflix. Again, it's pretty obvious and straightforward. I use them to watch content in Italian. It trains me to get used to hearing the language, and it also allows me to hear how words are really supposed to be written. It also allows me to hear how words are pronounced properly. Right now I can't understand everything, obviously, because it's only been a year, but it's a good way to track your progress. So if you're learning a language right now, I highly recommend you do this. Watch content in the language you're learning, even if you don't understand a lot. I remember 5 years ago when I would watch a video or a movie in English, I would understand like 60 or 70%. And I know that may seem like a lot, but there was so much I couldn't understand. And then as the years went by, I continued learning, practicing, and look at me now. I mean, obviously my English isn't perfect, and I don't know every single word of the dictionary. I mean, who does? But now I understand way better, and I'm able to do this entire video in English. I mean, 5 years ago would not have been cute. You would... You don't want to see that. Ooh, girl. You do not want to see that. Ooh. No. Hell no. The fuck? Hell no. The fuck? God hell. So yeah, to get back on track, watch content in the language you're learning. Every single English teacher I've had has told me this and pushed me to do this, and it really helped. And what I like to do is search for series I've already watched in English, for instance, and then see if there's an Italian voiceover, because that way I know the series. I know the characters, I know what happens, I know everything. So then when I rewatch it in Italian, it's just kind of easier. Alright, now we're at the part I'm most nervous about, my accent and pronunciation. I am not fluent, obviously, because it's only been a year, but I have made some progress, I'm sure of it. I have old recordings on my phone from when I first started learning. Oh my god. I remember I was so motivated and happy, you know, and I thought, oh, I'll record myself and then later I'll listen to those recording backs and then see my progress. Here we are. Before I get into it, if there are any Italians watching this, I'm so sorry. I mean, I think I've made it clear that I'm only getting started. I'm working really hard, but I'm just like not there yet, so just bear with me, okay? If you have any tips or tricks to give me, or if I make a mistake and you want to correct me, please leave me a comment. I love that. I need to be corrected and, you know, guided into the right direction. Okay, my bad. My camera stopped recording. So yeah, when I was planning the video, I listened to one of the recordings, but just the beginning, and it is not cute. I'm gonna try to make it so you can hear it. No, stop. Oh my god. Alright.
Oggi è sabato il 4 luglio 2020.
Big. First of all, I start off by saying Uggy. No. It's not fucking Huggies, like the diapers. No. Uggy. Oh my god. Oh, Lord. Let's listen to the other one.
Oggi è martedì, il 9 giugno 2020. Io ho molto fame, io mangio lasagna, è molto calda. Stasera noi mangiamo spaghetti, penso. Sono molto stanco, non so perché. Ho dormito male la scorsa notte. Devo lavorare adesso. Buona giornata.
Ew, why? Why am I talking like as if I'm bored? Oh my god. God damn. Oh, the neighbor is not gonna start making noise right now. Wait, I remember. I used to think that if I talked as if I'm bored, it would sound better. God. Alright, the third one.
Io sono una ragazza. Io sono la ragazza. Io sono una donna. Io sono la donna. Io sono un ragazzo. Io sono il ragazzo. Io sono Io sono un uomo. Io sono l'uomo. Per favore, lascia la porta aperta. Grazie. Il ragazzo mangia una mela.
Okay, it's so long. What the fuck? Oh my god, okay, I'm editing this. I just want to point out how weird I say ragazzo, but like, in the recordings, I'm like, ragazzo. Bitch, hold up.
La donna. Io sono un ragazzo.
A ragazzo? Alright, well, I wanted to repeat them. Maybe I can. Okay, so the first one I said, oggi è sabato il 4 luglio 2020. Iprea. Okay. The second one, I think I have it. I don't know if it's the exact same thing. Oggi è martedì il 9 giugno 2020. Io ho molto fame. Io mangio lasagna. È molto calda. Stasera noi mangiamo spaghetti. Penso. Ew. That's weird. And the next one, it's like, io sono una ragazza, io sono la ragazza, io sono una donna, io sono la donna, io sono il ragazzo, io sono un ragazzo, io sono un uomo, io sono l'uomo. Basically, a few more things, but I'm not gonna get into that. So that was fun. I prepared 3 little phrases for me to say now, and then do the same exercise in a year. Mi piace suonare la chitarra. Oh, I can't roll my R's. La ragazza dal vestito rosso è molto bella. Preferisco queste altre scarpe. Oh, that one was difficult. Okay. Okay, that's it. I'm not doing anything with that until next year. Okay, I'm letting it into the oof. So I want to finish off the video by listing a few goals I have for next year. First, I want to be able to roll my R's. Oh my god. I know I can do it a little bit. Like if I say fragola, fragola. See? Fragola. I can a little bit. But if I try to say chitarra. Oh, chitarra. Oh my god. But yeah, I struggle a lot with it, so I really want to be able to do it. Because obviously it's gonna help me with my pronunciation, right? I love it when people roll their R's. Oh my god, it sounds so nice. And you know what? My mom and my brother both can roll their R's, but like they're not learning Italian. I am. I need that skill, and I'm the only one who doesn't have it. Ugh, it's so annoying, God. But you know, it's fine. I mean, I'll just continue practicing and I'll get it. But like what? My second goal is to pass the 4th checkpoints on Duolingo. For those who aren't familiar with the app, every class has different parts, and then in every part you have your courses. So one course could be about numbers, another one about adverbs, colors, and at the end of every part, you have a checkpoint. So what I want to do for the next 12 months is do enough courses to get at least past the 4th checkpoints for both Italian classes I'm taking. I'm giving myself that goal just so I can be kind of disciplined. Obviously, sometimes you do a lot in the day and then you don't really have time to do your Duolingo classes, you know, and then a little bird pops up on your phone and it's like, hey, bitch. Hell, come over here, gotta do your shit. I really want to push myself to be like, okay, you know, I'm doing this for real. Let's go, let's sit down, do your classes. It's kind of like giving me homework. My third and last goal is to be able to understand better when I watch videos or movies or series. Like I said, right now I can't understand a lot. I mean, I pick up on a few words and short phrases here and there, but most of it, like 90%, I don't understand. I don't expect myself to understand everything in a year, but I do want to see some progress. So yeah, that's it. I'll leave it at that for now. I'll check back in a year to see how I've progressed. Again, if you have any tips or advice to give me, please leave me a comment. I love getting feedback. So yeah, I'm almost out of battery. Bye! Oh my god. Woo. Alright, bye.